How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, a couple of weeks ago I made a thank you video for 10,000 subscribers. The amount of support I get from you guys every single day, it means a lot. Thank you so much. And in that video, if you remember, I mentioned a Q&A, a pretty big one actually. And about that, here we are. Now, I don't know if a YouTuber has ever answered over 30 questions in one video, but I'm gonna do that. It might get boring, I don't know, 30 questions, it's a lot. And if you guys sit through the whole thing, what am I gonna say? Thanks. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it. Captain Butters 435 said the following: Q&A, do you think that Jak and Daxter will get remastered like Crash or 4th game maybe? Now the thing about the series, guys, Naughty Dog no longer seems to be interested. I made a couple of videos discussing this topic in the past, but we are getting at least something. Jak 123 and Jak X will get emulated on the PS4. When will this get released? Around the time Uncharted The Lost Legacy gets released. And if you guys remember, there's a pre-order bonus which comes with that. If you pre-order The Lost Legacy, you get the Precursor Legacy for free. Now, are we talking about the PS3 remastered versions? No, we're talking about the PS2 versions. Controls, soundtracks, and everything will be kept the same. Now, will Naughty Dog work on a new game? I highly doubt it. Like I said, they're not interested, right? Plus, the team is no longer like what it used to be. Different employees, different mindsets and all that. So here's what I think. What they did to Sly Cooper, Sanzaru taking over, I think the same thing might happen to Jak and Daxter. A team who's very passionate about the series has to approach Sony with an awesome idea, and with that being done, Sony might greenlight the project. So if we do get Jak and Daxter in the future, a new game, I think it's going to be by a new developer. Same thing applies for a remake in my opinion. So I hope that answered your question. Firestar Rocks 1 said the following: Question, do you think Spectrobes could fit into Kingdom Hearts 3? Now, I actually discussed this in the past. I don't know if you've seen that video, but the whole theme of light and darkness and Spectrobes, the creatures of the dark, the crawl, the creatures of the light, I think they fit in the Kingdom Hearts universe. I could picture Sora teaming up with Rollin or Gina and facing Heartless and the Crawl, for example. So yes, I do think it fits in Kingdom Hearts. Now, Gina and Rollin, they visit planets, right? We're talking about space and all that, but I do think Square Enix can come up with something. For example, people wondering how are they going to fit Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not saying I want Star Wars and Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's just an example. I think they can figure out something. Next question, or questions, should I say. Nothing special. Q&A questions. 1. What is your favorite game? Kingdom Hearts. I grew up with Disney. Disney mixed with like Final Fantasy and awesome gameplay, lovable story. I love it so much. 2. What country are you from? I'm actually born in Canada. I'm actually Armenian Canadian. There you go. What is your favorite food? I love soup. I love to drink soup. What's your favorite song? I don't have a favorite song, but I do love to listen to video game soundtracks. Call me a nerd. I don't care. Well, actually, I do like to listen to like R&B, house, music, pretty much, stuff like that. As for songs with lyrics, not so much. What is your favorite movie? I don't have a favorite movie, actually. What is your favorite drink? Coca-Cola or Pepsi? Sly Cooper / Ratchet & Clank. I'm assuming he's wondering which one I prefer. I'm gonna go with Ratchet & Clank. Sly Cooper comes second. What is your favorite sport? Now, I'm not a sports guy, but as a kid, I was always fascinated by tennis. People always see my height and they tell me, dude, you gotta play basketball. I'm like 6'4", but basketball, it's not my thing. The user also mentioned, I did everything I could to make you take this comment in your Q&A video. I love your channel and I'm happy that I found the channel. Keep up the good work. That comment right there, it means a lot. Thank you so much for the support and I'm glad you enjoy the content. Next question, not ordinary in games. Now, this user has been on my channel for a very long time. Thank you for the support. Here is a question to answer in 2 weeks. Why did you change your avatar? Look, I really liked my old avatar, but I felt like it didn't really represent my channel. Okay, I felt like the dark theme kinda represented my dark theories sometimes, but as for this one, I feel like it's a mix of like Ratchet & Clank Kingdom Hearts. I like it, and I think the majority actually prefer this one. And shout out to Shira-Hedgie. She commissioned me this and it looks awesome. Now I'm wondering if she could commission me Sly Cooper. Now I want your opinion. What kind of design would you like to see? And where do you want me to put this Sly Cooper art? I'm just curious. I'm like thinking about it. Now some of you might say, dude, it's your choice. Do whatever you want. Still, I just want your thoughts. Next question, Kieran Hammersley. Here's my question, is this: when did you first get into Sly Cooper games and which one is your favorite out of all the games? games. Now, I explained this in the past. It's not this fantastic, super awesome story. It's actually very simple. My best friend, he used to play Sly Cooper. I would watch him play it over and over again. I told him, what kind of game is this? The art style really had caught my attention. It was different. I was so used to Ratchet & Clank, right? But then I thought, hey, why not pick up the collection? And that's how I got into the game. I absolutely fell in love with the story. As for which one is my favorite, oh boy, okay, Sly 2 and Sly 4, they come pretty close, but all I remember is I remember enjoying Sly 4 the most. Now look, I haven't played Sly Cooper in a while, so if I do play Sly 2 and Sly 4, maybe I might have a change of opinion, but I do remember enjoying the fourth game. Sunzaru really did a great job. Thank you for your question, Kieran Hammersley. Next one, Travis. My question is, if Rainmaker said, what do you think is the most important thing that needs to be included for the Sly Cooper movie, what would you say? Okay, now we know that the movie is on hold and apparently the TV show is going to happen first, and like I said, I'm very disappointed as to how they handled these updates, but with that aside, one thing the Sly Cooper movie needs, it has to focus on our main characters. The number one problem with the Ratchet & Clank film was they tossed Clank aside. Sure, they were together in the beginning, but I don't know, something was missing. The movie felt like Ratchet and Quark, and I don't know if you guys knew about this, but there are some deleted scenes, and part of me is like, what if those deleted scenes, while one of them was in the film? It could have actually made a huge difference. As for these deleted scenes, you can find them, and I will leave the link in the description below. One thing I'd like to add, we've all played Sly Cooper, right? We've never seen Sly break down. We've never seen his very emotional side. He's the type of character who hides everything in. He just doesn't want to express it. In the film, I wanted them to show that, a side of him we've never seen before. If you guys have watched an old video I made, I talked about this graveyard scene, Sly just breaking down, talking about how he handled Clockwork, how he's gone. He just starts tearing up. Like, Mom, Dad, I took care of this madness. Meh, I'm gonna leave it at that. Next question, Shane the Man 53. Q&A, do you have pets? Yes, I have fish, and I have a very cute golden retriever. I love her so much. She is just so adorable. Next question, Pelex, Q&A, what's your favorite Sly game? PS, I love your videos. That means a lot, thank you. Like I said before, I remember enjoying Sly 4. That's it. Jordan Swafford, I got a couple of questions. I remember you, you've been on this channel for a long time. Number 1, what was your favorite Disney villain to fight in Kingdom Hearts? 2, which Sly Cooper character do you most identify with? Have a good time with your grandmother. Oh, thanks. I did have a great time. Question number 1, favorite Disney villain to fight? Hades. He's just hilarious. 2, which character I most identify with? I'd go with Bentley the Technicky guy. Always trying to figure out the problem, trying to solve everything, breaking his head over a situation just to, you know, simply figure it out. I'm that type of guy. If I put my head into something, I want to fix it. Maybe a bit of Murray because I love to eat a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question, Aqua Lightning. Congratulations, I'm glad you ventured into this current style of videos. Great way to stay updated and the discussion always gets me thinking. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you so much. For the Q&A, if this isn't too involved, what do you feel is the best friendship moment in the Sly Cooper series, in the Jak and Daxter series, and in the Ratchet & Clank series? Each franchise has a big focus on friendship, which comes with great moments. Sly Cooper, now this scene is not from the video game, it's from the comics. The comics are canon, by the way. The hospital scene, when Bentley got his legs crushed. Seeing these three in the hospital room just told me they're like friends, they grew up together, they would do anything for each other. Like Murray and Sly, they snuck up a window. Like these three characters, they grew up at the orphanage. That just tells us how much of a big connection they have. Jak and Daxter, the ending scene from Jak 3. Jak was about to leave with the precursors, he came back and he told them, I can't leave you guys, especially Daxter. They're friends. If let's say Jak goes on this quest to find Mar, he's not gonna leave Daxter behind. And if the precursor tell them, no, you have to do this alone, you're destined to do this or whatever, he's not gonna leave Daxter behind. They've been together through like multiple journeys, and yeah. As for Ratchet & Clank, definitely the ending scene from the first game. Clank had his broken arm, he thought Ratchet was gonna leave him behind. It was such an adorable and touching scene. That one, definitely. Second one I'd say is the scene from A Crack in Time, when Ratchet thought that Clank was going to follow his destiny to become the senior caretaker of the Great Clock. Thank you for the question, Aqua Lightning. It's Voltage. Keep up the great work. Thank you. It means a lot. I don't remember when I subbed, and I'm glad to see the Sly Cooper community thriving after you showed me the Amino. No problem. I've played it since I was 6. By the way, I know that's young and I never said I was good. And I want to see more. It's nice to see updates on Ratchet & Clank and Sly frequently. And if you actually read this, then my one question is, how many other PlayStation classics have you played? Amplitude, Medieval, Little Big Planet? Out of the list you just gave me, I've played Little Big Planet. It's a very fun game, especially when you're playing multiplayer. Next question. Robin Cooper. Hi Vivi, congratulations on the 10k subs. Your content is really fun to watch and share with friends. I would really appreciate if you could answer my question. Do you think that the Sly Cooper games will get re-released for the PS4? I love the Sly Cooper franchise and I want to know if I should get a PS3 for my childhood games or a PS4 to play newer games. Thanks for the time you spent reading my comment and sorry for the grammar. I love this channel and I hope you will reach 100k. Now that's a very long journey, 100k. It means a lot, thank you so much. By the way, I love the new intro, thanks! Welp, I just found out about PS Now, so I will get a PS4. Sorry for my question, but I have a new one. What's your favorite Sly game? Now to go over your first question, I recommend getting a PS4. And why? Because I feel like Sony will eventually say yes to a brand new Sly Cooper collection. The 15th anniversary is coming up. And Sony apparently held back during E3. I will talk about this in another video in detail. But hey, Jak and Daxter were getting emulations on the PS4. Could the same thing apply to Sly Cooper? Perhaps, but Sly Cooper, we had a game on the PS3. So I'm thinking they might go for another remaster. Plus, with the announcement of the TV show, I feel like Sony might have something in store for us. And hey, if they are going to include Sly 4 in the collection, I'm assuming, they have to fix the load times. Please, fix the load times. What's your favorite Sly game? Sly 4. Now I know some people really dislike Sly Cooper 4, but I liked it. Sure, the writing is not the best, but I loved Carmelita and Sly in the game. Their interactions were pretty hilarious. I might be in the minority here, but that's that. But like I said before, I haven't played the games in a very long time. I just remember enjoying the 4th installment. Samuel Tankos, Q&A. Do you think there is going to be another PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale game? A second one, I mean? I've been here since 5k, keep up the great work. It means a lot, thank you so much. I do feel like another PlayStation All-Stars is going to come eventually. Now we did get this screenshot by PlayStation, I don't remember which one it was, from which PlayStation I mean, but two things. This could either hint towards another All-Stars or a Spyro remake. Hey, remember all of the teasers for like a Crash remake, the posters, the launch trailer and all that, the t-shirt? Guess what? We got a remake. Maybe the same thing could apply for Spyro. A dude can dream, right? But a PlayStation All-Stars, a second one, it's a high possibility. With Super Smash Bros and all that, I think Sony should consider another All-Stars. Alicia Dreamlight, your passion for these amazing games is what raised the number of your subscribers, and I wish to see that number go to the skies. Thanks a lot. Your work is genuine, and I love your content. It's sad we won't be seeing any vids from you during E3. I wish everything goes well with your grandmother. Thank you so much, it means a lot. Keep up the fantastic work, and let's keep rising together. Yes! For Q&A, do you plan to do any Let's Play videos or walkthroughs on a game you like? Crash, Ratchet, Sly, or Kingdom Hearts? Now, when I first started this channel, I didn't think of Let's Plays or anything like that. I just wanted to try something different. But as for the future, I don't know. And if I do Let's Plays, I might be very boring and very quiet, but like they say, you get used to it, right? But I don't know, time will tell. The Zordy. Hey Vivi, what is your favorite game of all time? Kingdom Hearts. That is all. Mr. Random User, Q&A, who's your favorite Crash Bandicoot boss? By the way, I hope your grandma's okay. She's doing fine, thank you. My favorite Crash Bandicoot boss, I have a couple, but I'm gonna go with Ripperoo, very memorable. As for a second one, I think Dingodile, the crystals falling, when he talks during the battle, I also find it very memorable. Liam, do you like Ratchet & Clank more than Sly Cooper, or do you like Sly Cooper more than Ratchet & Clank? I enjoy both series, but if I were to choose, I would place Ratchet & Clank first. Spencer Smith, since both are rumored and somewhat announced, if you could have one or the other, would you pick Sly 5 or the movie? Definitely Sly Cooper 5. That cliffhanger is just pure garbage. We need a better conclusion, but I would love to see the Sly Cooper movie as well. Horse 3015, how did you first find the Sly Cooper series? Like I said before, I discovered it through my best friend. He played it, I loved it, and decided to pick up the collection eventually. Nicholas Puello. I apologize if I did not pronounce your name correctly. VTNVIVI. What kind of movies do you like to watch, and who is your favorite YouTuber? Is it Super Mario Logan? Favorite kind of movies I like to watch? Action and horror. I like it. My favorite YouTuber? I watch many YouTubers. I don't know if I have a favorite, but one YouTuber did inspire me a lot, and that was The Gamer's Joint. Like, dude, I don't understand your nipple jokes, but you inspired me a lot. Thank you so much. And he's probably not watching the video, but you know what I mean. I'm simply saying thank you. Next question. Penelope Hart. I love you so much. I love you too. Thank you for the support. Been with you for about a year, and my question is, what video game out of the three is your favorite? Sly, Cooper, Family? Ratchet and Clank. I'm assuming out of the three you mean Sly, Ratchet, and Jack. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank I'd put number 1. Red Ratchet. Now dude, I remember you from a very long time. I was here since like 70 subscribers. I remember that. Time flies. I will probably always love your content. It's always something I look forward to in the day. Thanks, Vivi. Also, what was the first game you remember playing for the Q&A? The first game I remember playing? I don't know if you mean like any video game, which one I remember, my first one. I don't know if you're assuming Ratchet and Clank, but the first Ratchet and Clank I played was the first one on the PS2, of course. Master Earth. Question for Q&A. What did you think of the ending of Sly 4? It's garbage. Like, please, we need a good conclusion. You can't just leave a main protagonist in ancient Egypt. Like, this cliffhanger is the only thing that makes me think that Sly Cooper 5 will happen. Like, I mean, come on. Since Zaru's up for it, we just need Sony's green light. That's all. Uber Kirby. Congrats on hitting 10k and spend as much time with your granny as you can. I was not that lucky to be there for mines before they passed away. It means a lot, I know that feeling. It's not a good feeling. But my cue is that if you would be given a chance to direct the 5th game story, oh boy, how would it be? How many episodes long, and what could happen in each of them? And what new would you add in the game? I feel like I discussed the subject of episodes in my Sly Cooper 5 Story Imagined video part 1. I will talk more in part 2, talking about gameplay and stuff, but to quickly give you an idea, a lot more episodes than Sly 4. I can't give you a number, I can't think of one, but sure, of course, more than 5. Now, what I liked about Sly 2 is what they did with Rajan. He appeared in like 2 locations. I feel like they should do more of that in Sly 5, like some kind of back and forth. As for what should happen in each of them, make it less repetitive. Don't put a villain in each episode. Oh, complete a bunch of missions and get rid of this villain. Include a villain which takes part in many episodes, like Rajan, for example, right? And if I were to work on the story of Sly 5, going with my theories, which are pretty dark, I would make the game a bit more dark and add some serious moments. Sure, keep in the jokes and all that. I'm not saying to completely turn it mature. That's not what I'm saying. It's just we need some serious moments. For example, Sly. We've never seen his emotional side. I feel like this question is like the topic of one big video, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Well, actually, one thing I can say, if you guys have played The Crack in Time, that one is my favorite Ratchet and Clank game. That scene with Azimuth in the end, that was a shocker. The series needs a shocking moment. I think bringing back Clockwork is one way of accomplishing that. Make him stronger, faster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question, Danko Misev. When do you think the Sly Cooper movie will come out? Oh boy. At first, when Rainmaker was talking about now in development, they were working on the script, I thought the movie would have gotten released maybe late 2018 or 2019. But looking at how they're handling the whole situation, which is very disappointing, perhaps 2020 or even later. As for the TV show, if we go with what they did with Alvin and the Chipmunks, a teaser trailer, and the show began a couple of months later, maybe the TV show could happen sooner than we think. And by the way, the thing that disappointed me the most is that Rainmaker, after 3 years, they tell us that they're no longer involved. Like, for 3 years, we all got dragged into this so-called hope for the movie, but in the end it turned out that they gave it up. That's what I think. It seems like they sold their assets to Technicolor. And you know what frustrates me the most is that they refuse to announce what they said in a reply publicly. They're afraid of the backlash. That's what I think. Blockade apparently is involved in the TV show, and we got some articles on the TV show, by the way, right? Why can't Rainmaker explain that on Facebook? Hey guys, we're getting a TV show. Anyways, I don't want to turn this into another rant. I'm gonna keep it at that. Next Next question. Crash Sly Sonic 777. I'm so glad to be a subscriber to an amazing channel. Thanks, it means a lot. Question. What's your favorite game system? Call me a Sony fanboy. I like the PS4. Alex Tiriaho. Q&A. Have you always keep your hopes up for Sly Cooper 5 or movie? You've seen my videos. I've made a bunch of videos talking about Sly Cooper 5 and the movie. Although the movie seems to be on hold right now, I'm not gonna do what I used to do, going over small replies and all that. But as for discussions talking about what might happen, maybe I might discuss that, I don't know. But for Sly Cooper 5, I will keep on updating you guys as much as I can. I know, news are pretty much dry, but I'll try my best to entertain you guys. Heavy Weapons Bear. Question. What characters that are not owned by Disney or Square Enix that would be a perfect fit for the Kingdom Hearts series? Also, I sent you a congratulations on Amino. Thank you so much. I don't know if I saw your congratulations, I apologize, but for your question, something that's not owned by Disney or Square Enix. Now about this topic of Star Wars and Marvel being in Kingdom Hearts. Star Wars, I don't know if I want to see it in Kingdom Hearts, but as for Marvel, if anything, I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that movie will fit in. They could do something with the gummy ship missions, for example. But I always wondered, what would the conversation between Clockwork and Maleficent be like? Maleficent is the type of Disney villain who gets involved in a bunch of things. She talks to like these other villains and she's always making these plans and all that. Now my mistake. Marvel and Star Wars, they're owned by Disney. What characters that are non-Disney? Well, there's a bunch of possibilities, but since I'm a Ratchet & Clank Sly Cooper channel, why not imagine what Ratchet & Clank meeting Sora would be like? Or Sly Cooper meeting Sora. I would imagine Sly Cooper snatching away Sora's Keyblade and the Keyblade just reappearing in his hands. I don't know, but I always thought of the following. What if Disney had acquired the rights to Sly Cooper? I would quickly jump to the conclusion that Sly Cooper would appear in Kingdom Hearts. Now a lot of you are probably thinking, ew, Sly Cooper in Kingdom Hearts? No, never. I know, but a dude can imagine, right? Now James Arnold Taylor, the voice actor of Ratchet, has his own channel. I would love for him to say, may your heart be your guiding key. If he were to say that, I would fanboy. That's like the May the Force be with you version of Square Enix. But out of everything, seeing Clockwork with Maleficent, knowing what Maleficent has done in the Kingdom Hearts series, I think it'd be fantastic to look at. Jared Saldana, Q&A, do you ship Ratchet and Tallwin? Favorite Jack game? Top 5 Ratchet & Clank games, top 3 Sly games. Have you played a Sonic game? I usually don't care about these shipping stuff, but I'd go with Ratchet and Tallwin. Favorite Jack game? I'd go with Jak 3. Top 5 Ratchet and Clank games, off the top of my head, quick. 1 would be Ratchet and Clank Crack in Time. 2 would be Up Your Arsenal. 3 would be Tools. 4 would be Going Commando. And 5 would be the first one, I guess. Top 3 Sly games. Sly 4, Sly 2, Sly 3. Have you played a Sonic game? Yes. I have played Sonic 06. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was one of my very first games on the PS3. I've played Sonic Heroes on the PS2, and I've played Sonic Unleashed. I really liked the gameplay and the dark atmosphere. But guys, you gotta admit, Sonic 06 had a great soundtrack. That's pretty much it. Now, I am looking forward to Sonic Forces. That I will pick up definitely. Thunderstruck Gaming. What did you start playing first? Sly, Ratchet, or Jak? Put them in order. Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, and then Sly. Codeman not here. I got a question. Why did you choose the name VTNVIVI? Honestly, I chose that name in like 5 seconds. I'm being serious. VTN are the initials for my family name, and Vivi is a nickname I came up with. Very simple, nothing much to it. Now some would think, hey, you're a Sly YouTuber, why not have a Sly Cooper related channel name? Well, I'm not really a Sly YouTuber. I do make a lot of videos on Sly, I love the game, but I branch out a lot, so I had decided to come up with just a simple username. But if you want to consider me a Sly YouTuber, go ahead, no problem. Lori the Gamer. Vivi, if Sly Cooper did not exist, what game would you play? Simple, there's a bunch of games out there. I could play anything. Next question, HCSP1. Congrats on the milestone, thanks. It means a lot. As for the Q&A, what was the first console you ever owned and what was your first game on it? My very first console was the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now I heard about the recent classic mini Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now that thing probably got sold out, but am I going to pick that up? Probably not. And as for the first game, I really don't remember. I'm gonna go with Mario Mario. Next question, Anthony Flores. How did you get into YouTube? Very good question. At a point I realized I was watching a lot of YouTube. Even my friends had told me that. Dude, you watch way too much YouTube. I was like, yeah, I love it. I actually watch YouTube more than TV. And like I said before, the Gamers Joint really inspired me to start my own channel. I was literally at work one day, I was sitting there right in front of the screen and told myself, I want to start my own channel. I want to share my own thoughts on games which I love. Why not start a channel focusing on Sly, Ratchet, Kingdom Hearts, and platformers eventually? That's pretty much how I started. And yeah, with that being said guys, that's a wrap. I think that was question number 34. Like I said, I was gonna go over 30 questions in the video. If you sat through the whole thing, like I said in the beginning, thank you so much. And thank you again for this 10,000 milestone. It is crazy. The amount of support I get every single day. It is awesome. You guys are absolutely great. But other than that guys, as usual, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments section below. And yup, I've been Vivi, and thanks for watching. Until next time.